back out, as I showed you. I'm getting fast at that, like under 2 minutes now. So yeah, back at my cross member. That was the main reason I had to take it out, because I wasn't quite sure what to do with my cross member, and so I just was doing other things. But I have completed it. Looks bad from this angle. Looks like there's nothing there, which there wasn't. I cut the whole thing out, and so I've placed kind of a made up. It ends up being a bit of a Z bracket. It looks more formidable from this angle. There's a piece of angle iron there, and also a big thick piece across the front. Just a quick detail. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I did or how, but yeah, it's filled back in. This wiring here is the factory wiring from the truck. So this is where the engine computer lives, or whatever, the computer for the vehicle lives up here in the passenger footwell. So this is all going to get cut. There are a couple of things in here that, well, this is what supplies power to the truck through these fusible links here. So this will get connected to my, I think that might have gone to the alternator. I don't remember. But anyway, we power that. And the rest of this is not of any use to me anymore. Those are just the sensor plugs from the 4-cylinder. And so I will thin out everything I don't need out of here, which is most of it, and cut it all back and out. But obviously anything in the truck related, the wiper motor, the heater motor. This red wire here I had just temporarily crimped here to power up my fuel pump. That wire is my fuel pump wire to the back. This harness is just the front lighting harness. It's been riding along here in and out and up and down the whole time since I've had the front clip off. But yeah, that's the big thing done that I had to do with the engine out. So now it's just a matter of checking over a little bit more. I am not going to take the time right now to clean up and paint anymore. Priority now is just to get it working, which I think a year ago that was the priority, but it's still the priority. My transmission cross member I should take off and paint as well, just so it doesn't rust away there. It's bare metal. But yeah, that should be about it. Engine back in, and then we attack the gremlins, and hopefully we're driving soon. So I'm back to work on my muffler tonight. Back in the welding corner here. And I was just going to explain what I'm doing. So I think I showed this in another video, but this is the inside of my chambered muffler. And so the inlet is going to be here. 2 pipes. Hit this baffle, find its way through here, around amongst, then through here, and then back to 2 pipes here again. So the first side is easy because we just weld. Now to put the top on, what I've done is I made a template of paper just to show me where my baffles were, because I didn't have a master plan or anything like normal. And so what I've done is with the zip blade, I've just cut notches where these baffles are. I need to widen them out a little more. I tried welding here and they just closed the closed the baffle without welding to the, closed the slot without welding to the baffle. So yeah, I'm going to open them up a little wider. And what I just did now is I made myself a little mark, because now that I have a slot there, I could see how well they're lining up, how well I did with my paper. And so now, with widening the slots, I can make little adjustments, determining on which side I widen, so that I line up even better with these. And then, yeah, then we'll stitch them from the top, and then we'll close it up. Pretty fun. All right, we've made some progress. So I had my engine out, fixed my crossmember, painted crossmember, painted trans crossmember, tidied some wiring, believe it or not, and then engine and trans went back in. And as you can see, front fender's on, painted the grille, couldn't help myself. So I'm pretty well back to where I was when I was trying to start the truck. And I haven't tried starting it recently. But what I was just doing now, as you can see, I'm still in the depths of wiring mayhem. I'm reusing some cables out of the van, and they're like 80 miles too long, so I'm going to have to do some trimming and put new ends on various things and whatnot. But just for fun here this evening, I ran these two fusible links here. Should be, as far as I know, what powers up the truck. So interior, lights, ignition, everything inside the truck. I don't know for sure if that's the case, but I just hooked it up. I confirmed I have some power there. Just double check here again. There's power at the battery, power there. So, in theory, oh, well, that's a beautiful sound. Dome light came on. Is that just because the key? Oh yeah, okay, pull the key out. So this truck, I'm really happy to have that happen, just with no. Okay, so what happens if I turn the key on? Oh, daytime running lights. Oh, that goes out. That's nice. Okay, what? Heater fan? Oh, I think the stereo even powered up. So this truck hasn't had. Well, this should be park. Oh, my front park lights are out. Go to the back. Aha! Look at that. Park lights. What about headlights? Headlights came on. Taillights still on. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, this is actually kind of exciting. It's alive. What about high beam, low beam, high beam, low beam? Well, isn't that cool? That's pretty exciting. Well, there's really nothing else to check because that's all there is in this truck. Lights, heater, gauges, obviously. I don't know. I guess my fuel gauge might work. I don't know how much gas I have in it. Anyway, well, that's super cool. Oh, good. It's one you just have to pull it out a little bit. Cool. Well, and no fire, no smoke. That's awesome. Okay, so the truck works. Well, now I can start figuring out which wires here I can use for constant power to the ECM and for ignition power to the ECM. The big fat purple one here is the starter. I know that. So yeah, cool. Oh, this is nice. It's very cool to see it. Oh, I got to get a picture from the front with the lights on. Oh, small victories, but actually not even that small. That's pretty cool. So that's a testament to the wiring here. Well, this truck in general. This plate is from 04. So this thing's been sitting for 18 years. And that's probably the first time those lights came on in 18 years. And everything seems to work. So that's great. Great news. Pretty cool. I did confirm on the weekend when I put the fenders back on, I set the hood in place. This time I had my cable hooked up so that I could actually release it after I clicked it down. But I was really wondering, if we look from here, you can see that alternator and intake. Now the alternator I could do a different bracket obviously, but this throttle body is where it is, and I was really hoping it would clear, and it does. I could, even with all this garbage not tidied up, I was able to close the hood. So that's good. Because, you know, nobody's going to know there's anything unstock about this truck, because it just looks like any old S10 rolling down the road. Maybe aside from those fat ones in the back. But well, awesome. That's a little victory for tonight. So where am I? So now I really do need to tidy this wiring and finish putting this all away. Hook up my heater hoses. Then it's time to mount radiator. I have this aluminum rad. Is going to go inside the core support. I'll have to do the standard notch them out here for the fill cap. And so yeah, radiator fans, figure out rad hoses. I've got a boot on the way, a 90. Depending on where my hose runs, I was fooling around with this factory air cleaner, and as much as it's not really necessary, it would absolutely sit right there. Depending, like I say, I've got to get to my radiator. But anyway, I'm gonna trim this off and kind of fandangle it into there. I don't know, might work, might not, don't care, we'll see. Might be worth a try. And then I'd have my factory MAF sensor location and all that jazz. But fuse panel's going to go up here on the fender, and I've got the ECU tucked down here where the charcoal canister used to live. So he'll sit right down there, and then the whatever air filter I use can go over top. Or if I can't make my intake air work this way because of the rad hose, then the battery gets switched to this side, and the battery would sit then over top of the ECU, which that would work too. ECU, what is it? Engine control unit? Module? I just don't know. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm going great guns here, making some cool progress. But yeah, electrical now, cooling, and exhaust. And I'm running out of things to do. Oh, drive shaft loop. I want to make that because I said I would, because of my aluminum welding experiment. That would solve, that's solving problems for future Darryl. So, wise. Anyway, I'll quit rambling. that's the truck powered up. Electrical seems to work.